Very nice. He's so in the zone. Alright, Petar Janjic. Janjic? Not entirely sure how to pronounce that name. I probably butchered it. Sorry. We're going to check out a video with this guy playing. This is a video produced together with Minel Symbols. He's going to play a song called Limited World, which is by an artist I really like a lot, Corey Wong. Corey's music is super groovy. I'm guessing this is his main guy on the drums, or maybe just a session guy. Not entirely sure. I'll have to look him up in more detail after this. But we're going to check out this video. If there's something along the way that I can break down and hopefully teach you guys as we go, I will attempt to do so. But for now, let's just see what he's got, and yeah, let's do it. Yeah. I like this song. I've heard this one before. It's a really groovy song. That snare sound is really, really fat. I think that's a big fat snare drum quesadilla, which is the thing that he's using on the snare. It looks like it. It's like a piece of cloth that does this to the snare sound. You get this really fat tone. He's in the zone. He's grooving. Some tasty little hi-hat work. Those hi-hats look really tiny too. I'm guessing 13-inch, probably. There's a lot of dampening going on the drums. But it works. For this type of music, that fat drum sound is perfect. Oh yeah. Really clean work on the ride. I just realized this is the instrumental version of the song. The original actually has vocals on it. I just want to say, like, this style of playing, this type of drumming, very, very pocket focused, right? So pocket is basically, playing for the music, keeping time, not really doing too much extra fluff, like not really trying to show off or anything. He's just playing for the music, keeping a solid groove. So he's playing in the pocket for the rest of the band. Obviously, this is a recording, but still. This type of playing, again, with this type of drum sound just goes hand in hand so well. Really, really dampened, low-tuned snare drum. Same thing for the toms. And then a mix of... Actually surprising to see a bit of this kind of mix where you have some really, really dark cymbals and some really bright ones as well. But it really works. And he's obviously... He's feeling it. Like, you can see the stank face. I love the glasses too. His outfit is just perfect for this. But yeah, let's keep going. Very tasty playing. That's Corey. That's Corey on guitar. Oh. Auxiliary hi-hats. Second pair of hats with a little ching ring. Oh. That is nice. That kind of fill is just perfect right there. Like, this is you get to this point in the music where, like, a minute and a half, 2 minutes in, where it has this kind of build up. You have these different sections, and then we get this little break where the drummer gets to kind of do his thing. Again, with the pocket, right? He could approach this fill with, a bunch of 16th note triplets and crossovers and double kick. Like, he could go crazy, I'm sure, but that doesn't really serve the music here. Instead, he opted for a fill with a lot of space, which again works very well with this type of drum sound, where it's just really smacky, short, and you leave all this empty space between the notes. And playing more with rhythm and open space rather than just blasting you with notes, right? So let's hear that fill again. That was really, really clean. Somewhere here, right? Have this kind of build up. Just perfect. Comes back in with the horns, back to the groove. Spot on. I love it. Okay, that was nice too. He did a bunch of double strokes, playing 2 strokes per hand on the hi-hat. throwing in some extra snare accents, kind of going back and forth with his hands between the hi-hat and the snare, just to again elevate that section a little bit without going crazy, no like crazy tom stuff or whatever, just keeping it on the kick, snare, and hi-hat, but still kind of adding a little bit of extra spice to that section right here. Yep. And then he's back in, just locked with the groove. I just realized he's left-handed. I didn't realize that until now. The whole setup's backwards. This is so clean. I love this. You can see the little ghost notes and stuff he's adding in, but again, it doesn't take away. They're just there. Sometimes with ghost notes, we as drummers, we like to get a little crazy with the ghost notes. Sometimes they're a little bit too loud, and there's a bit too many of them. Perhaps I'm guilty of this as well. But here, like, you can barely hear the ghost notes. It's a matter of recording and mixing too. But you can see the way that he plays them. They're really, really quiet. They're just kind of, you feel them more than you hear them. And then the hi-hat with the like that kind of sound, and then just locked in with the beat. Everything just goes together so nicely here. You can see his left hand there. The ghost notes, they're so quiet. They're barely there. If I played this song, I'd be overplaying like hell right now. I'm just really impressed by like how in the pocket he is. Yeah, here we go. Ooh, that was nice. That was a clean little lick he did there. Again, nothing too crazy, just adding these small little things. The kick thing here. That's nice. Let me write that out really quick on the notation and kind of show you what he did there. Okay, so right here, nothing too crazy. We basically have double strokes between the hands. And again, he's left-handed. I would play this. I would play the sticking inverted here, so the left hands would be right hand for me, and the right hands would be left hand. You know, on a righty setup. But either way, you can see we have two left hand notes, two right hand notes, two left hand notes, two right hand notes, and underneath the left hand notes, so those are on the right bell. He's just putting the kicks there. So we have kick, kick underneath those at these 2 points right here. And then he actually extends the fill technically a little bit into the next bar. Like, he doesn't really end on a crash here and then just straight back into the groove. He does this little 3-note thing where he hits the ride, then he opens the hi-hat, and then comes the snare. And then from there on, he goes into the groove. This is a concept I like to use a lot as well, where you're basically adding like a little tail to your fills, right? So this is the fill right here. We'll just listen to this. Sounds like this, right? Just those notes. That's what he's doing, you know, the double stuff, double hands, double stroke stuff. But then after that, he does this. Just those 3 little notes there at the end, adding a bit of a tail to the fill, so you don't have this fill that just abruptly ends. Rather, you kind of blend it together a bit better with the groove when you add some kind of tail to it at the end. So the whole thing with the Guitar Pro notation sounds like this. Right? Well, actually, that one is supposed to be accented too. And when he plays it sounds like this. Right here. You see what I mean? He adds this little tail to it and it just makes it blend together with the groove better, in my opinion. Right? Very, very tasty. Clean little fill. You barely notice it as everything else is going on. It just works. This kind of stuff just works. So I love that. So groovy. This is a stank face. Ooh. Damn. That's a quick right hand, but left hand. Oh yeah, okay. We're gonna break that down. We're gonna have a look at that and the first fill. Actually, let's just play the rest of it and then we'll do that. But I just want to mention that was a very very similar fill to what he did before, right? The difference here is you have the same kind of setup, the same kind of break in the song, same section coming up, and same kind of spotlight for the drummer, but. Again, instead of going too crazy, he plays basically the same fill as the first time, but he added some extra little sauce to it. So this is basically repetition with variation, right? You repeat something you've done before, but you change it slightly. So it's still something new, but it also kind of pays homage to something you played previously in the song. And that's, again, a very, very powerful concept, along with these other things we talked about, to elevate this kind of music, again, without taking over, right? Let's listen to the last minute and a half or so of this, and then we'll go back and we'll break down those two fills and you can kind of see the difference between them. A little bit of a solo section here. Very nice. He's so in the zone. I love it. Damn. Damn, the quick hands. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, this is, man, that was great. That was really, really great.
Hey guys, this is Petar, Janjic, and today we have all Bison's symbols,
oh yeah, he's gonna go through the symbols.
Except these two beautiful.
Let's see if those hi-hats were 13 inches as I
Pure
thought.
alloy 18-inch and 20-inch crashes. The hi-hat, it's the Bison's 13-inch Serpent's hi-hat. For the ride,
Serpent's
we have
hats.
that 20
Okay.
extra dry medium ride. That 19-inch medium thin crash. For the hats, we have the 15-inch extra dry medium
that's
thin
Og's hats
with the ching ring. And the China for today is the 18-inch.
Did he ever use that? I don't think he actually played the China. Again, with the mix of different symbols, that's cool too. But yeah, let's go back and have a look at those two fills that were very similar but a bit different, because that's one of the main takeaways here, as in terms of like a powerful concept that you can use if you're playing, is again repetition with variation, I guess we can call it. Let's see if we can find the first one. Give me a second. Okay, I got the first one here. I'm going to actually break down the second fill as well, so we have both of them side by side. Finally, I've got everything here now. So again, two very, very similar fills. The rhythmic kind of structure of both of them are essentially the same. He's basically playing the same fill. But again, the second time, especially the first half of the second time, is a bit different. And then also the ending, again, is pretty much the same as the first time with a couple of exceptions. Let's listen to when he played the fills again. And also let's notice the fact that he actually like literally jumped off his chair or the drum throne when he hit the crashes after the last one. That's all the feeling he's putting into this, actually like jumped him out of his off of his throne. Okay, let's see the first one. It's around here. Let's listen to that again. So we got the notation. That's the upper row here. Right here. Right? A lot of empty space. Very, very tasty rhythmically. I also want to mention, in terms of the sticking here, because he's left-handed, it confuses the hell out of me when I try to do the sticking. So I did the sticking here as I would play it as a right-handed player. So if you're left-handed, just invert the stickings here, and it will make more sense. But this is from a right-handed player perspective. That's the sticking I wrote out. So yeah, the first fill again. Let's just listen to one more time. Right here. Right? And then let's do the second one and see if you notice the differences. Again, especially the first half is different, but the last one is a little bit different too. Here. Right? A couple of extra things in there. Most noticeably, first half of the first fill sounds like this. Right? pretty rhythmically sparse, like a lot of empty space, right, between the notes. Here, we basically have the same rhythm on the bass drum. It's playing the same accents, they're lining up in the same places, but he's filling in the gaps with all this hi-hat work and the extra snare accents, the little hi-hat barks and that kind of stuff. So the first half of the second time, it sounds like this. Right? And then there's another small difference. Here, he plays these two ghost notes leading into the one on the hi-hat. Here, he does them on the snare. And here, it's just an accent on the hi-hat, no bass drum underneath. But here, he puts the bass drum underneath. A little bit, again, it's the same kind of thing as the first time, but just these subtle differences. Playing on the snare here instead of the hi-hat. Playing the bass drum underneath the hi-hat accent to give it more punch. That's kind of the heat of the moment kind of extra stuff that you tend to throw in when you use this type of repetition with variation. And then again, these accents are basically all the same, but then he does some kick triplets here at the end to spice it up a bit further. So the first time sounds like this, right? Or with the crash at the end. And the second time, he does this. Right? The little kick stuff, the triplets and everything here. Again, very tasty. I love this stuff. All of this notation I'll put in my free Discord channel. Link to that is in the description. If you want to download and practice this stuff, you can do that. Man, this was great. I love this. And again, the original song with Corey Wong with the vocals and everything, check it out. It's a great song. Great artist as well. I'm gonna have to look up more of this guy and see if he's Corey's like main drummer all the time, or just a studio guy or whatever, or maybe he has some more videos we can dive into. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, notation in the description in the Discord channel. You can come there and hang out with me and a bunch of other drummers in this free community that I've made there. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great week.